Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest fellow Scorpios out there. This is going to be your Sagittarius New Moon total solar eclipse reading, and this is taking place on the 14th or 15th of December, depending on where you are in the world. So this is a potent new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and it's unlocking a new portal of energy to expand our horizons. A new moon solar eclipse happens when both the sun and the moon align at the same zodiac sign and degree. The moon rules our emotions and what makes us feel safe. The sun rules the ego and where we find power and strength. This solar eclipse lands at a close degree to the karmic south node in Sagittarius. So what we might notice here is our frequency is lifting and our consciousness is ascending. We may experience ascension symptoms, and this can be anything from fatigue, dizziness, aches and pains, headaches, that sort of thing. But also find ourselves, we're going to find that it's easier to access the wisdom of our intuition, our spirit guides, angels, and our higher self with greater ease. The Sabian symbol for this solar eclipse is a bluebird standing at the entrance to a house, so it's a really sweet image. This image sort of invokes that we're receiving a special gift and loving signs from the universe. But the real question is, will you be able to see the bluebird sitting at your door? Are we going to be open to receiving these gifts? So Scorpio, I'm going to ask that you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also check out the description box for ways you can support this channel, or if you want to see the cards that I'm using, or get a private reading. So Scorpio, let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my dearest Scorpios need to hear for this new moon total solar eclipse. Messages for this new moon total solar eclipse for my dear Scorpios. Oh, Queen of Cups, your energy. In alignment, loving, nurturing energy. All right, I do apologize, Scorps, about the background noise. If you've been with me for a while, you know the walls in this house are very thin. Six of Cups energy, Judgment, Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and we get the Five of Cups. Okay. Scorpio, your overall energy here is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You could have this in your chart, be exhibiting these qualities, or attached to an air sign. Some of you guys have really been going round and round in your head about something, and it could be something having to do with the past. So it could be a soulmate, it could be a romantic relationship, it could be a family member, you know, a sibling, anything along those lines. The Ace of Swords is telling me, though, it's time for clarity and a new direction. We have the Nine of Cups. Someone wasn't getting what they wanted. Your wishes weren't fulfilled. You or someone may have walked away from a job, another person, a relationship, a home. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. The Knight of Pentacles is this earth energy, walking away. Okay. But what this person does, like what I'm seeing is what this person, whether this is you, or this is someone or something that you feel like got away from you, it really did plant some seeds. It's something that really left you thinking. Or if it's a relationship, Scorpio, they still think about you and all the potential that's there. So maybe there still is potential, okay? Or maybe somebody's just stuck on the potential of what never came to be. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. So again, something that may have started very quickly and been very passionate, but maybe fizzled out pretty soon. And we get the Lovers in reverse, but this is why there would be some sort of attachment, because you're in separation from somebody or something that you felt was really aligned with you, or that was meant for you. The Two of Swords, it's like, yeah, it's bringing us back to that Ace of Swords. Somebody had to make a decision, and somebody made a decision. I really do feel like that was either separation or walking away from someone or something. But we get the Ten of Cups, double confirmation of a deep soul connection and a lot of happiness at one time. So Scorpio, I can see why there's this connection to the past, because it's connected to the Lovers card in reverse, separation. Although it doesn't have to be romantic, you know, it could just be that nostalgia, you know, the way things have changed, especially over the last year or over time, a longing to be a kid again, you know, like depending on what era that you grew up, you know, maybe it's like longing for, you know, when you used to go to the playground and play outside rather than, you know, being stuck and chained to a desk or whatever it is. You know, there's just this nostalgia, this longing. Again, for some of you, it might be longing for, you know, a lost loved one or a pet or a relationship that dissolved, or maybe even a person that you feel very strongly, maybe a soulmate. Okay. What's blocking you is we have this Judgment card. So I feel like there was a decision that was made. And I'm getting Scorpio's, like Scorpio energy, you know, we tend to sort of go silent. And we also have a tendency to like cut people off or cut ourselves off, even though we feel the most deeply out of any sign in the zodiac. Okay, I'm a Scorpio moon, so I get it. But we also have a tendency to just, you know, burn that bridge. Okay, you hurt me, boom, no more. And I feel like there was like, it not a snap judgment, but I'm really picking up on this Scorpionic energy that there might be a little bit of regret attached to that. Okay, the way that a situation went down, or the way that you reacted, or maybe the fact that you're cut off from this person or this way of life or this era, you know, whatever it might be. What you're being asked to set your intentions, the Queen of Wands, step into your power, let yourself shine. I feel like my Scorpios, many of us have sort of been like wallflowers, are in our own little darkness, in our own little cave, really going over. And we see that here with the mental body going round and round and round, but not really letting anybody in, right? Just doing it on our own. And there's that deep, dark, Scorpionic rabbit hole that we can really, you know, that we can really get into. And Spirit's saying it's time to, you know, if somebody's trying to throw you a lifeline, to grab onto it. But for others of us, you know, it's not an actual person. It's that spirituality. It's your spirit guides. It's your angels. I really get this ascension pulling you out of a dark space. And really, and I feel like you're coming out renewed, newly sort of passionate. You know, I always think of Scorpio, even though Scorpio's water, as a fire sign. You know, the fire that a Scorpio has, the fire, the burn, and a Scorpio sting, but also just allowing yourself to believe again in love, in your power of manifestation, and just to be happy. I mean, look at her energy, and to heal as well. It's a very spiritual card, you guys. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, what Spirit wants you to know is that you've put a lot of hard work into something. If you're worried that someone or something is lost to you, Scorpio, what I'm getting is that these are the lunar phases and that there are cycles. And I feel like if you feel like something is completely lost to you, the Judgment card is coming out in the upright. Okay, and that's telling me that there is a possibility for renewal or for second chances here. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily mean that's getting back together with somebody, but if you're really longing for the love that you once felt, for the passion, for the joy that you had, you know, with your old job or your old coworkers, whatever it might be, Spirit's saying that can be regained. Okay. And then we get the Five of Cups in the outcome, but what I'm getting actually is that there's a release. There's a release. It may be that somebody's, like, again, I do kind of get with the Six of Cups energy that somebody might be coming back, because the Ace of Swords is a new beginning or getting clarity. It might also be getting closure. But I feel like, Scorpio, you're going, it's again that imagery of you being in this dark sort of hole and being thrown a lifeline, or, you know, finally, after really leaning into your feelings and that darkness, coming out of it. Okay, and releasing the sadness and the sorrow and the grief that may be associated with this. For some of you, it may be the loss of a loved one as well. For some of you, it might be that you lost like a cherished pet, or a best friend or something along those lines. And it's like healing that grief. Because with the Judgment card, I'm also getting this sort of out, like somebody's soul going up to heaven, you know, crossing over. So let's go ahead and see, what is the Six of Cups here for Scorpios? Yeah, we get the Chariot card in reverse, Cancerian energy. So the Chariot card is about ascension. It's about movement forward. In the reverse, it can be something stuck. I do feel like there's something coming back to you, though, as well. But Spirit does want you to say that, you know, like wants you to notice if we put ourselves too much in the past, that's where we stay. And it's time to look forward with this Queen of Wands. The Judgment card is being clarified by the Moon. And remember, the Judgment can be Aries or it can be your energy. The Moon is you're getting clarity. You're getting clarity on this renewed vigor that you have for life, or even in your relationship. You know, you may have a relationship that was stagnant, and you were like, I don't know exactly how to fix this, and Spirit's saying you're getting this clarity, but it's a result of you going into that dark place. I mean, for many of you, I feel like this is a dark night of the soul. This is a period of depression, of anxiety, you know, where things got really, really dark for you, Scorpio. But it's almost like that's what was necessary to get to the bottom of it, so that you could now come out and know where you want to go and shine your light even brighter. The Queen of Wands is being clarified by the Queen of Cups. So yeah, this is love. This is nurturing. Again, lots of water energy coming through with the Moon, the Chariot, the Queen of Cups. So you may be dealing with another water sign here. But it's about being passionate, trusting your intuition, and fiercely protecting now that what you have or what you had. So for some of you, again, I'm picking up, it might be a relationship that there's separation, or there was on the rocks. Okay, maybe a long-term commitment. For some of you have been married for quite some time, and it was like you were thinking about leaving. This is just one sort of example they're showing me. But now, like, sort of going to that dark place, putting yourself in that position of what it would be like. Because it's one thing to imagine yourself to be alone, but it's another thing to be alone, or to break out on your own. And I feel like some of you got a taste of that, and now you're coming back and you're realizing, like, well, you're making a decision one way or the other, but you're fiercely protecting whatever's in that cup. These are your feelings. This is what you've worked so hard for, whether it's, you know, being on your own, or if it's a relationship, or if it's a business, it's a job, whatever. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So where there was no collaboration, I feel like that, you know, all this hard work that I feel like there is somebody who wants to work on this, Scorpio, whether it's you or another person, but where there wasn't any collaboration, that's all changing, but it's going to take some hard work. Okay, and the Five of Cups, for me, I'm really getting this sort of release of sadness and regret and sorrow. And we get the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. So the Three of Cups in reverse takes me back to the Two of Cups. So for some of you guys, it is about a very deep soul connection. What I'm getting here, though, interesting with the Three of Cups in reverse, is not going back. And the Three of Cups can be like a reunion or a celebration. But what I'm getting is, like, we can't go back to the past. We can't go back to the way things were. But in releasing that, we can hold on to those beautiful memories. But with the Queen of Wands, she's all about forward movement and action. But we can make something even better, okay, is what I'm getting here with this, with the Three of Cups. Overall energy, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you guys, and with the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Rods. Okay, yeah, so Scorpio, some of you guys, you know, this is about going your own way. This is about leaving behind comfort. This is about leaving behind a long-term commitment or a job. Okay, and the King of Swords is cutting those ties. And again, some of my Scorpios here might have some regret here, but I feel like you're releasing this regret with like a newfound clarity, because maybe you made a really snap decision. Or maybe you're not happy with the way that, like, maybe if you cut off communication with somebody and you were like, you know, if I hadn't done that, you know, things would be a lot different. Okay. But the Five of Swords is telling me that, you know, there was some sort of conflict. There was some sort of bullying. There was something that wasn't right, that wasn't working. And the Knight of Pentacles is telling me that something did have to change. So there's no sense in really dwelling on the past here, Scorpio, and what could have been or what you should have done differently. The Knight of Rods, this is a passionate movement forward and away from what didn't work. And it doesn't necessarily mean that if you're trying to repair a relationship, because some of you are, or some of you guys are trying to get back the past, that you can't have elements of that, or it can't be with this person, but you have to look at a different way. You have to look at a different way of making it work. Okay, and this is about, and it starts with honest communication. Okay, honest communication and coming into alignment and really starting to, like, really see what works and doesn't work. Because if we get stuck in our head, like I'm seeing with this Ace of Swords, and we go round and round and we replay events and we replay, you know, what I could have done and what this person said and, you know, the choice I didn't make, basically we get stuck in the past. and it goes nowhere, and it's worrying, and worrying doesn't change a situation, but seeing a different perspective, trying something new, which might even be communication, because Scorpio, you know, I know that we're the best at saying, you know what, I'm turning my energy off and you will never hear from me again. Right? Cutting them off Scorpio style. Bam, done. Where did Scorpio go? Right? And so, like, again, it's like also sort of opening up to maybe, like, if that's what you want, fine. But if that's not what you want, well, there has to be a step forward, right? All right, let's go ahead and see what comes through for my dearest Scorpios. All right, we get rest and rejuvenation. So I do get this is kind of like this dark night of the soul, really going inward, really connecting to source energy, being on your own. Okay, again, I get dark night of the soul with that card, sacral chakra. So creativity, a lot of passion. Okay, a lot of passion that you have regarding this situation. Recognition and reward. Here's that collaboration, the 3. So we have 3 3s showing up here, and 33 is the master teacher number, so hard life lessons. But where something wasn't working in the past, okay, whatever it might be, where there was no collaboration, Scorpio, I feel like you're opening up to that. You're recognizing that it's going to take hard work and collaboration, okay? And we get passion ignited, Ace of Wands, so a brand new beginning. Overall energy, we get the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, happiness. Ooh, Scorpio, so it kind of turns around a little bit for some of you guys too. You're trying to recapture, there's some sexual healing going on here too as well, or a passionate connection. Yeah, because of the sacral chakra and the passion ignited, it's like some of you guys, this is about a deeply sexual connection. Air guardian, shift your perception. Yep. And I feel like that was the inner work that you guys, that you were doing, that you've done. And we get Earth Mother, beautiful Empress energy, feel loved and comforted, because I think deep down, Scorpio, that's the goal. That's what we wanted, or that's what we want. But in order to achieve this, we do also have to come into alignment with that. And we first have to love ourselves. And if there's somebody in our life that we're not communicating with, but we want them to love us too, well, guess what? We have to take a step towards that. Wow, yeah. And She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Ooh. Yeah, some of my Scorpios are definitely going to be... It's going to be like getting freaky with this new energy. Well, you may have held back as well before. And I feel like held back emotions or held back true desires. I don't feel like you're going to do that anymore. But it took like a lot of soul searching to get you here. To express what is it that gets you off? What makes you happy? Okay, so for some of you it's sexual, not for everybody. All right, a distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all the wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So yeah, there's that longing I was picking up on that 6 of Cups. For some of you, it's a passed on loved one. It doesn't all have to be, you know, I know I was talking about like intimacy and stuff and like a sexual relationship or a physical relationship. For some of you, it's not. For some of you, it's a passed on loved one. All right, a moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. Some of you guys, there's a moment that you keep replaying over and over again. Like whether it was like your first kiss, or was the last time you spoke to this person, or it was the last time you saw this person, or again, it was like this something like a memory here that was, you know, that stands still for you. Okay, and if it's a positive, empowering memory, then milk it. But if it's disempowering, Scorpio, it's time to move away. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull a mystical shaman oracle for my dear Scorpios out there. Oh, we get 2. We get the circle and we get the owl. All right. So I'll take them both. My Scorpios deserve it. And look at that. We get the Jaguar, which is very nighttime. There's that darkness. So for many of you, a very dark period is coming to a close. All right. So number 8, we get the Circle. I'm going to read from the book. Unification, interconnectedness, and a sense of continuum is what this card implies. Okay, so for those of you who have a passed on loved one, you're sort of understanding that you're still connected, that there wasn't really an ending, it's just been like a shift, okay? The Circle reminds us that we are all one, dancers in a unified, continuous, inclusive circle. This card reminds us of the cycles of life and the evolving self, ever-changing and always connected. Human, spirit, nature, the cosmos, all intrinsically connected. All right, now number 39. Again, this is the wisdom that you've gained. This is that different perspective, Scorpio. All right, so Owl is the master of the night. There's that darkness. She can see situations with perfect clarity, more so when it's dark, and is able to discern truth when others are sightless. Okay, if that's not Scorpionic, I don't know what is. She helps you find your light and your lightness in the dark moments of your life, and to embrace the night as your ally. Owl can bring you messages from the invisible world. She opens your ears so that you may hear the voices of the ancestors, and you may acquire their wisdom and make it your own. Some of you guys are channeling a passed on loved one, okay? Whether this was like a spouse or this was like a family member, okay? Look around you, notice every detail, and find the hidden messages brought to you by Owl. And for some of you, your descent into the darkness, it was to do this, okay? And this is what's coming to fruition. Do not shoot the messenger. Be grateful to the friend who shows you what you have not wanted to see until now. Observe all the facets of the diamond without judgment. Remember that the faces you dislike are often mirrors of the parts of you that you do not want to recognize. Do not be afraid of the truth, as it will become your compass. Wow. Absolutely. So learning a major truth here, Scorpio. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I hope these messages gave you clarity and guidance. Have a beautiful day. Take care.